Welcome back, everyone, to AHSAA TV Weekly. We are so excited to be joined today with AHSAA Assistant Director J.T. Lawrence. Welcome to the program, Coach Lawrence.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Sure. Well, first of all, let me welcome you to the AHSAA staff. You've only been there a few months. You've had an outstanding coaching career at Billingsley High School, where you also served as athletic director. So tell us a little bit about your background in coaching and then your transition to the High School Athletic Association.
Yeah, so I started coaching in 2001 and coached up until August of this year. Have had the honor of coaching football, basketball, baseball, softball, outdoor track. Um, we had a 1 game stint as volleyball coach when the head coach got sick and I had to drive the bus there. So have coached a little bit of everything and have had got to experience some great teams that were super successful and some teams that didn't have that same win success as others, but still hopefully learned what the game can teach them other than just wins and losses.
Well, I understand that another part of your responsibilities there at the association is that you work with the High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association. So tell us a little bit about that organization.
Yeah, so kind of have a dual role here. One is with the Athletic Directors and Coaches Association. Brandon Dean is our director over that organization, and that organization is responsible for the summer conference, the kickoff classic, the Alabama Mississippi All Star games, the North South competitions. Um, they do all that, and so I work closely with Brandon for those events, just the logistics of them behind the scenes, and there's so many moving parts to that, and just trying to provide our coaches and kids here in the state the opportunity to showcase their skills and talent.
Well, very good. And the main sport that we want to talk about, a sport that you are responsible for there at AHSAA, is bowling. So, relatively new sport to the association, but growing rapidly, and some tournaments taking place this week. So, just talk to us about bowling and how it's grown in popularity recently.
So bowling is new to me, and it's back in the state. It was around a long time ago, and then came back in 2016, and has kind of grown ever since then. And it's just becoming more and more popular. I think it gives some kids in schools who may not play your traditional sports the opportunity to represent their schools and their communities in a way that otherwise may not be available to them. And there's just like with other sports, there's scholarship money to be had there if those kids want to pursue that after school to pay for their college. There's bowling scholarships available to them. The bowling centers, the bowling alleys around the state have kind of embraced it and reached out, and that's helped the sport grow as well. And so hopefully that will continue, and it's not just something that's new and will fade out. We hope to continue that growth for years to come.
So, how many high schools around the state have bowling teams currently?
So we're divided into two different groups. We have a 1A through 5A classification for boys and girls, and we have a 6 and 7A classification for boys and girls. And so roughly in that 1A through 5A, you're going to have about 45-ish, give or take, schools that have a team. In the 6 and 7A group, you're going to have about 65-ish schools. And so that's going to be about 45 schools for the boys, and they'll have that same representation for the girls. And that's the same holds true in 6 and 7A. So um, a little bit more growth, and we could possibly go to a third classification. It just depends on how quick it grows.
And I understand it's an exciting week for bowling with some regional tournaments taking place in Tuscaloosa and in Spanish Fort. So tell us a little bit about those tournaments.
Yeah, the regional tournaments are this week. So teams have qualified based on their regular season scores. The top 2 teams from each region, there's 8 regions throughout the state for each division. The top 2 teams from each region qualify for regionals. And then from regionals, it's a 2-day event. They'll bowl 3 traditional games on that first day to get the seeding for the elimination tournament. And then on the second day, they'll bowl best of 7 Baker matches to advance in a single elimination bracket, and then the top 4 teams from each regional will advance to state. So 1A through 5A boys will have 8 teams at state, same for girls, and then the same for 6 and 7A.
And when and where do those state tournaments take place?
State tournament will be the 26th and 27th of this month, and that's going to be in Gadsden at the Alley. The regional tournaments is this Thursday and Friday, the 19th and 20th. The South Regional is going to be held in Spanish Fort at Eastern Shore Lanes, and the North Regional will be held in Tuscaloosa at Shindigs. So we're thankful for those three facilities for partnering with us to be able to host these events here in the state.
Well, and I understand that you and others at the association are going to have a very busy few weeks because the bowling championships actually kick off the winter championship season, which includes indoor track, wrestling, and basketball, along with bowling. So a lot going on there at the association. We hope that it all goes so well. Of course, we'll be watching and reporting on all of those championship events, but good luck this weekend coming up with the regional bowling tournaments.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Sure, and thank you for being with us today.